Nanaimo, BC is a city that's famous for two things. There's the annual bathtub race over to Vancouver, and then there's that delectable dessert, the Nanaimo bar. People there seem to take the Nanaimo bar very seriously, so much so that the city's mayor launched a contest to find the ultimate recipe. The woman who won is now in business selling it and has become something of a local celebrity. Joyce Hardcastle is a widow and mother of two who entered the contest at the urging of her kids, and her life hasn't been the same since. As the creator of the ultimate Nanaimo bar, her name and her recipe are all over town. The local Visitors Bureau provides copies to the tourists. The local stores carry tea towels and aprons printed with the recipe, and even the local cable station got into the act.
That would be nice.
A Nanaimo bar is an unbaked bar, and it consists of 3 layers.
It produced and broadcast this 15-minute video in which Joyce shares the worst-kept secret in town.
Joining us now from her kitchen in Nanaimo, BC, is Joyce Hardcastle. Hi, Joyce.
Hi, Peter.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Okay, let's start right at the very beginning. How did you get the crown as the author of the recipe for the ultimate Nanaimo bar?
Well, originally, the story goes back a while ago, and our mayor was in another country at a conference, and he met someone from New York. And when he told this woman that he was from Nanaimo, the woman said, "Oh, that must be where Nanaimo bars came from." So he decided then that maybe there was something, that this was a rather interesting topic and that he could expand it. So then when he came back to Nanaimo, he launched his search for the ultimate Nanaimo bar.
Now, did we have a bake-off here? Is that how it was decided?
What he did was he had a contest, and it went for 3 weeks, and each week there were quite a few entries, and they chose four winners each week, and then on the 4th week there were 12, and then they had a little bake-off for those 12 finalists. And mine was the 12th. Mine was the winning one on the final week.
Now, how was that final week? Were you pretty nervous?
Yes, I was. Yeah. I didn't expect that I would win.
What did you win exactly?
In the first little, there's the small contest. I won a gift certificate at Safeway because they were one of the sponsors, and then the grand prize was a 2-minute shopping spree in Safeway, which was fun.
Now, did you just go nuts?
I went meat.
I wonder what you would do. You have 2 minutes in a grocery store. Where did you go? Did you head right for the meats?
Well, I had my jogging shoes and my jogging suit, and I just ran as fast as I could and just threw everything in the basket. It was a lot of fun.
Joyce, is it true that there is a copy of a Nanaimo bar recipe in the city archives there?
Yes, I think they've put my recipe in, the ultimate recipe, but I think there's another one as well that's called the official recipe. I think there's as many recipes for Nanaimo bars as there are for apple pie.
So what's the difference though between yours, the ultimate recipe, and the official recipe? Do you just put more stuff in yours?
Well, I think it's just my own variations. It tasted good. It was the unsalted butter and the almonds. I put in almonds instead of walnuts. A lot of people do walnuts, and I think it tasted really good. That's what they chose it on the taste. And the appearance, too.
Can I ask you a question about the recipe itself? Okay. Can I leave out the coconut?
Can you leave out the coconut?
Yeah.
Yes, you can. I have a friend who leaves out the coconut all the time, so you're okay.
Okay. The other thing is European-style cultured butter. What exactly is that?
That's just unsalted butter. It's just, sometimes it's called sweet butter, I think, but it's just, basically, if you just use unsalted butter, there's a different taste. If you do any baking with unsalted butter, you really notice a subtle difference in the taste.
Okay, do you have a secret ingredient, or is everything listed on the apron you're wearing there now?
The ultimate recipe that I entered in the contest is on this apron, and that's the recipe that's given out. If I make them now, because everybody can make these now, I've made 2 more very subtle little changes which I don't tell anyone. So if I make them especially for somebody, I do these 2 minuscule little changes just so that they're a little different again. But I don't tell anybody. That's a guarded secret.
Will you tell me if I give you $5, Joyce?
No. Oh, no.
Just whisper it. Nobody's listening.
No.
You know, I've heard people around here call them Mississauga bars. Have you ever heard of that?
Well, I've just heard that myself. I think they've. I think they made a mistake. I think they're traditionally Nanaimo bars.
Yeah. Do you know the history of the bars at all?
No, I don't know. I know that they've been made in Nanaimo for a long time, and I was saying recently that I just returned from Australia recently, and a new cookbook just came out before I left to come back, and the Nanaimo bar recipe was in it, and it was it was almost the same as my recipe, and it said it was a Western Canada specialty. So I think this is really official.
Now, you're really involved in this business, aren't you? I mean, explain to me what you're doing. You're not selling the bars themselves, you're selling your recipe, minus the secret ingredients that you add.
Well, no, the pan that I won the contest with, that's the recipe that's on here. And I just make one subtle little change if I make them myself now, you know. But I found quite a few people in Nanaimo make Nanaimo bars to sell. So then I had the idea of printing the recipe on a tea towel. And so my little company now prints them on tea towels and aprons. And they sell very well. They're quite popular.
I was just going to say that you're doing really well with this stuff, aren't you?
Thank you. Yes, it's been a lot of fun. Yeah.
How many calories? I mean, I get fat just looking at the recipe.
Hundreds. Yes, so do I. I just don't eat them right now because I have braces on my teeth. But next year I'll start eating them again.
Okay, $10 for the secret ingredients.
No, I won't give it to anybody for anything.
Well, I'd love to try some, Joyce.
But you'll get to try them if possible, and you'll see.
Okay, you're going to send them in the mail?
Well, you will see.
I'll keep my fingers crossed.
Somehow.
I'll keep my fingers crossed.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Thanks, Joyce.
Okay. Thank you very much, Peter. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.